Denny, I really appreciate you doing this favor for me, okay? Just, stay calm, and it's going to go over in 10 seconds. Believe me, it'll be easy.
Peter, I don't want to be here in the room while this happens.
Listen, I need someone for HR purposes to be a witness, okay? So just play it cool. I'm going to do all the talking anyway. It's going to be a cinch, all right?
I don't know.
Hey, you called us in, guys?
Hi. Yeah. Hey, Trick. Hey, Zach. Thank you for coming in.
No problem.
How you guys doing?
Problem. Good. How are you guys? Good to see you guys.
Listen, all right. I'm going to be straight with you guys. You know what's going on at the studio. A lot of changes are happening. I just got off from a meeting with the big space boss. And we got to start talking some serious numbers here, okay?
Hey, listen, Peter, I'm going to stop right there because I know exactly what this is about. And you can't fire Danny, the intern. We need him.
Oh.
Who else is going to get us space coffees, space culottes?
You're right. Danny the intern's not getting fired.
Let's be fair. Nobody likes Danny the intern, so...
That is true. I mean, he would be the first person I'd fire if we could fire him. But the truth is that we're not paying him, so he really isn't much of a liability.
You guys want to fire me?
I don't. I think you're very
Trick.
You have a good asset.
Trick. The truth is that I brought you in here because you're fired.
Oh, thank God.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah.
What?
Well, let me explain. So basically, after dystopia and the destruction of dystopia,
I had nothing to do with
the destruction.
That was Babe Ruth's fault.
You're right, but that was a big sponsorship deal for us, guys. We were counting on a lot of credits on that deal.
Guys, we lost so much of our sponsorship, we really have no money left.
Yeah, actually, we owe a ton of money. That's why Eric's not doing the next show. We had to sell him back to the bounty hunters. So,
which I have to say I'm happy about because now I get to be the host.
I'm the only one who's fired?
Yeah. What happens now that Trick's gone? What do I do now?
Easy.
Yeah,
easy,
Zach,
Raygun.
That's the other thing I had to say.
Well,
you're also fired, Zach.
Ooh, that one's gonna burn.
That would make sense.
We were roommates in college.
Yeah,
man.
I know, Zach. But
Who gets fired now?
The big space boss needed 2 names, and it was you 2 guys. And I'm sorry, that's just the way it works. Everyone else is too vital to the operation. You know that.
I have been with this space-time news team for a whole 6 months. I think that I have some clout. Okay?
Listen, we really appreciate both of your work. You guys are true professionals.
Okay. You know what? I can't really me over Eric Cavendish, who's not even here right now.
Listen.
Or even
let's talk about
Nat Portalman. Doctor, the Ph.D. She's not even a real doctor. I had a space cold the other day. She couldn't even recommend one medicine.
Right, she's
not one medicine.
She has a doctorate in technology.
Hold on, Portalman is necessary to the operation, but let's talk about Eric because I think I agree with Trick.
Space hookers. He blows company budget on space hookers.
Right, and that's why we sold him
all my space cocaine.
Guys, he's worse off than being fired right now, okay? Who knows what those bounty hunters are doing to him?
Actually, exactly what he wants.
Bounty hunters do.
Actually, they sent me some pictures, and it's some pretty gruesome stuff.
Well, with the way...
Well, listen, I think while he's over there...
They're doing a barebacked clicking on.
Good.
He deserves it.
Maybe you can sell me
you're welcome.
To the bounty hunters.
Listen,
next time.
Look, you said it yourself. I'm not getting paid. Why? I'll be the host for free.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to take over temporary host. I appreciate you trying to step in.
I already had my cooking segment already lined up. This was going to be a really great show.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, guys. So we're rebranding the show. We're turning it into an educational platform. Basically, all educational institutions get huge tax write-offs, and they're scams. It's the easiest scam in town, being an educational. I mean, if we could be a university, I would, because oh my god, just to rip people off.
No, we shouldn't.
But the second best thing,
especially with the wars.
No, I wouldn't mess around with FIU on that. But second best thing is educational programming. The kids, bring them in, education. I mean, no one can argue against it. It's easy money. It's taking money from a baby, literally children.
Listen.
So if we're going to make money back that way, why can't we keep our jobs?
Well, that's the thing, Trick. Okay, you brought up your Trick's Treats. We need you to come back on the show. We'll rehire you if you can do a sort of cooking show segment that could teach people, like an average layman, to know how to, prepare meals.
Well, maybe I don't want to come back. Think about that.
Here's the thing: we can pay you double.
What?
Whoa!
Instead of paying him double, why don't I just get whatever you were going to pay him in the first place? Keep that going, and then I'll take.
Danny,
You're
that
getting
is
college
literally
credit.
the stupidest
I
thing
can't
I've
give you
ever
double
heard.
college
No,
credit.
no,
It doesn't
no.
make any sense.
I want
Like,
credit.
it doesn't-
I want real credit, like money.
No. Just college credits.
If you think that I'm the type of person who will just who will compromise his ideals just for money, then you know me
Also-
really well.
yeah,
So yes,
yeah.
I'll come back. Thank you.
Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't have to give you points.
So what about me?
So, Zach, here's the thing. I've known you for a really long time, all the way since FIU's college, and
We fought in those university wars together, Pete.
I know, but I also happen to know that you have no teachable skills at all.
No.
Okay, so to give me an example, Zach, what's something that you can teach a person?
I can teach someone how to babysit. I babysit your daughter all the time.
Yeah, okay, and so how did that go last time at the Dystopia?
Okay, just because I gave her one too many Dole Whips, you're really still mad at me about
Yeah,
that?
do you know she had to spend 30 days in quarantine to rid her of her diabetes?
Oh, great. You give
She had diabetes 4.
She had diabetes 4.
You know
Yeah.
that's the worst kind.
Yeah.
Well, it's curable, though. All she had to do is sit in that tube for 30 days.
You know that no sequel past the 3rd is ever good, and she had the 4.
She had the 4, Zach. Zach, you can't teach anyone how to babysit after that.
Okay, fine. I can teach people how to ride others' coattails to success. That's all I've been doing with you, Pete, all
Zach.
these years.
That's not something you can teach. I think that's just something
Zach,
you do.
listen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to be strong on this one. Oh, what's that? That's
What's that
What
noise?
the hell's going on?
Oh my god, the spaceships are
those
just
ships are floating in the air.
Oh my
just doing
God.
nothing.
Hey, Portalman, is something wrong with the gravity
What's going on here?
in the studio?
In the space hut.
This is weird.
We're standing fine.
Oh, it just fell to the ground. Okay, it must have been just a little thing. Yeah,
It's a breeze, right?
it's a blip. It's a gravity blip.
Guys,
Yeah.
I think the station's haunted.
Wow,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, check.
Absolutely
On
not.
And you're
Come
going
on.
to keep him on? Come on, man.
Listen, hey,
You know what Zach
Zach.
Raygun can teach me how to be bored. He can teach people to bore people.
Ooh, I
Zach,
agree.
actually, that brings up another thing. I'm going to need you to stay to the end of the day, just because we're going to need someone to be in Trick's segment.
That
you
is
know?
the ultimate slap in the face, Peter.
You're getting paid for today, so you know.
Actually, you're not getting paid for today. Nobody's getting paid for today because we're still waiting in for that grant money. So,
Are you kidding?
yeah, we're a couple
Well,
weeks
I
behind.
never get paid
Whoa,
anyways,
whoa,
so
whoa.
it's okay.
So
Yeah.
we've been in this pledge drive for 11 hours now, and we haven't made a single cent?
Well, the thing is that it's how grants work. You apply, you get approved, and then they set the date when
Yeah,
they
but what
pay you.
about all of our space timers? All the space timers out there that love our show?
Well, they're calling in their pledges, and Rich, how are we doing on the pledges?
Let me check.
Yeah, I know you checked a while ago and it wasn't looking so good, but how about now? It's been a while. It's been about 5 hours.
We're looking at 0 phone calls.
That's how many?
Let me check. Still 0.
Okay.
That's,
All right.
that's 0 as in
So it means 0 new ones or just?
since the first.
Somebody put a decimal point after the first 0, so there's 2 zeros. But I think that rounds down to it's still 0.
0.
Well, this is the truth, guys. We have to get out there and start, pounding the content so these people start giving their pledges. We don't have any more time to meet like this,
Yeah, let's start educating
So
those youth.
good talk, guys, and let's get out there and be professionals. All right.
Whoa, so I'm out of a job. What about my 5-year-old son, Pete? What about your godchild?
Well, if he wants to come over, for birthdays or, come on.
Little Robert has become Sophie's best friend.
Listen, I know what you're trying to do here, but we gotta be business, okay? We gotta be professionals, all right? And don't make me the bad guy here, okay? It's not my call. This is Space Boss's call. Listen,
Zach.
listen,
Space Boss?
listen. We'll still do the
Space-
Hanukkah celebration. For Robert, and it could still be on my place, but it's not,
He's gonna be a man.
So,
Exactly.
so,
And
so we
listen-
can still be friends.
We should, yeah.
Well, of course we're still friends.
Come on.
We
Friends.
gotta get the show
Shut up,
started, all
Danny.
right? We just gotta get the show started.
So,
Guys, everybody's ready to roll? Okay, remember, think pledges, guys.
But, Space Time News with lead anchor Eric Phillip Cavendish, producer Peter Coen, space copter pilot extraordinaire Bill Lazor, future news with Rich Quinn, fluff pieces with Trick Rodriguez, Natalie Portalman, Ph.D, and introducing Danny Falcon with Space Coffees. This is Space Time News.
And welcome back to the Space Time News Pledge Drive. We'd like to thank all of our listeners for their calls, and also like to tell you about some of our new programming. That's right, Space Time News is going to have all new programming from now on with our new educational focus.
That's right. We're taking a new, fresh look at how we can get out there and sort of educate the masses.
We're going to provide you with stories that you can really use.
We're gonna have stories that you can use and then reuse as you tell your children when you tuck them in at night.
You can refry these stories whenever you need them because they're always good.
Pull them out of your back pocket and really just keep using them because these are some good stories.
And they are Tupperware safe.
Oh, they are explosive material. Let me tell you, cannot be broken.
So a perfect example of these type of stories, we have a new segment called Fly on the Wall with Nat Portalman. So, On the Fly with Nat Portalman.
You're right there, Peter.
You know what? It's so new that we just changed the name. And On the Fly with Nat Portalman. Well, she has an incredible new invention that she's going to use for this show. Nat, why don't you tell the listeners what it's all about?
Well, gentlemen, I am happy to announce my Buzzmobile, my fly transport. His name is Buzz, and he is a giant fly robot that I make little.
How do you make this big machine little? How do you do that?
Well, I was up all night perfecting this, Mr. Falcon, and I will tell you that what I did was
Yes, I'm listening.
I received a little fly in the mail, and I took out his DNA. He was already dead.
Aww.
So it was okay. This was humane. And
Speeda, get off our butts. Enough.
So anyway, and so I took a little bit of his DNA and I mixed it up with robot parts, and I added some blast dust and made myself a fly transport.
That's fantastic. And so you reinvigorate it, and then you get inside, and then you miniaturize it so you can drive it back in time.
Exactly. I can miniaturize it, make it very small, fly size, actual fly size, and go into any time and space. And,
right, and we can send you anywhere, and you have two mics, right? You have one mic communicating back to us, and then one mic recording whatever.
Recording live. I mean, this is going to be I am testing it today.
The maiden voyage today.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Great.
Remember, today's October 28th, and we are going to do a story from October 28th all the way back in 1944, where none other than Benito Mussolini.
I know you fired me, but fact check, it was 1940, jerks.
Wow.
Is this
I'm
voice higher?
sorry, I didn't want to say it.
Hey, Zach, have you been getting into the helium again?
Oh, I used helium for my machine. Did you take that?
She needs that in the machine, Zach.
You know I have a problem with helium, guys.
Yeah, we know, and that's maybe a reason why you're not coming back.
I'm sorry.
You ever thought of
Alright,
Probably
so
not.
19
Zach?
1940, whenever we're going to send Nat Portalman back there, and she's going to be a fly on the wall for Benito Mussolini and Adolf Hitler's secret meeting.
That's right, because all we know is that at this time today they had a meeting, just the two of them, and
Right.
it was very secretive. So we never knew what happened when they had this conversation. So we want to really get in there and get all the news. You got that, Nat?
It's not just history; it's living history, guys.
Oh, yeah.
A real educational opportunity. Education. All right, Nat.
I will try. I will say one thing, however, I have been having some trouble with my cosmic fog switch.
Don't worry about it. It's going to be great. All right, so let's get it going. I'm going to press the big red button.
All right.
Nat, can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello?
Hey, Nat, can
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
I remember if you continue going down that hallway, there should be 3 paintings on the right. One of Mussolini's mother, one of his favorite puppy, and I think the last one is just a gray canvas with a red dot in the middle. I think once you go after that, they should be on the right-hand side.
Yes, I see the paintings. Yes, the
Okay,
puppy.
so on the next right, you should see a door.
Okay.
If it's closed, maybe wait for someone to open the door, and then you'll just sneak on in there. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but just see if you can get in there
Okay.
and see
All right. Okay.
if you see Adolf or Benito.
I'm here. The door is closed right now, but they do seem to be in some sort of conversation on the inside. I hear both of them.
Okay, can you see anyone else? Is there anyone else
I
there?
can't see anything yet because the door. Oh, wait, the door just opened. Okay, I got myself in.
Okay, what do you see?
Okay, well, I see Mr. Hitler,
Uh-huh.
and he's speaking to Mr. Mussolini.
Okay.
They seem to be having a conversation at the dinner table. I think they're eating. They're about to eat.
Oh, why don't you try and land on some of the food? What type of spread do they got there?
Well, actually, it's odd here. I see that Mr. Hitler is eating spaghetti, only spaghetti, and Mr. Mussolini seems to be
So spaghetti, no sauce. What
no
a
sauce.
freak.
It's very plain, and Mr. Mussolini is eating nothing but meatballs.
Hey, Nat, why don't you go ahead and turn off your mic to us? Go ahead and turn that mic, and let's see if we
Yes.
can get in on this conversation.
Yes, sir. Okay, here we go.
Fascism is a religion. The 20th century will be known in history as the century of fascism.
Please, Herr Mussolini, if I wanted to hear my own political speech, I would have stayed in Germany. Have a seat, enjoy this dinner. You invite me to your house?
It is a very beautiful spread, no? Huh?
I'm quite enthused. Take a seat. We will not play games. Do you see this plate?
Of course I see the plate. It is full of spaghetti.
And?
Meatballs!
No, nein. There are no meatballs. I'm a vegetarian. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Mussolini.
No, Hitler, don't go. I have to talk to you about a new secret plan.
A plan?
Yes, it is a new plan to win.
Victory? Huh? What is it?
My scientists are working on a new theory called time travel.
Was ist das?
Basically, we will be able to travel to any point in history and do whatever we please. We can change a history to our own liking, yes.
Our liking?
See?
Do you have it here?
Come, follow me to my wine cellar.
Hello, gentlemen.
Nat,
Yes, hi. Yeah,
are they moving?
They are moving. They seem to be moving down to a wine cellar. Hey, no. Finally made it. Okay. Hold on. They seem to be talking again. I'm gonna put the microphone again. Okay.
Well, yeah, try to get on
Before
one of
we
those
go any
suggest-
further, I wanted to introduce you to my lead scientist. His name is Morton Goldman.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Ah, it is very good to meet you, Mr. Goldman.
Wow, I like the Charlie Chaplin mustache, man. It looks great.
I have pulled him from a future time. He came to me
Yeah.
From the future?
from the future.
What year?
He says he comes from a year called 1977.
77.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's
When Italy and Germany rules the world, yes?
Das ist, yes, it does.
You do not sound very German.
No, man, I'm not German. My grandfather was. He had this terrible tattoo on his arm. So
Tattoo of what?
it's just a bunch of numbers, man. Really trippy. Never asked too many questions about it. Oh my god. Have you ever heard that song? I can't get it out of my head. Staying alive.
Staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. I love it. This disco music. It is one of my favorite. Yes.
Man, no time to talk.
That is enough. Morton, that is enough. Yes. Now, let us continue our walk down to the laboratory. Yes?
This man invented time travel.
He invented the time travel. Yes.
I put my top scientist on the job, and yet nothing. And this man does it?
Oh man.
This is exactly what his job
Please,
is.
please, take me to time machine.
We are walking, come.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Nat, so what do they do now?
Well, they seem to be going an even longer circular stairway down toward a laboratory of sorts. Hold on. And they saw me. Hold on. I'll get out
Whoa,
of
be
the way.
careful there,
Yes,
Nat.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want them to swat at you.
All right. Okay.
The swatting at you like a gnat,
I seem to have gotten out of the way.
Do you get that, Nat?
I did not listen.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they're starting to talk again. I'm going to put the microphone back at them.
Well, gentlemen, here's my machine. I'll be able to tell here what the time vortex looks like from right here. You can see it on the thing.
You see, Hitler, it is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. It is like a pot that is melting. A melting pot, yes. Do you see the swirls of red and green in the time vortex?
Air Mussolini. It is beautiful. I can do anything with this.
Do you understand? We can just jump into any point in time and space.
I must go somewhere.
No, Hitler, you cannot leave me. We must go together.
No.
I really
Hitler,
don't
only I
understand
must use
that.
this.
This is not
Morton,
very
Morton?
good. Yes.
Turn off the machine, please.
Turning off the machine, man.
Air Goldman, keep the machine on.
Turning on the machine, man.
Morton, turn off the machine.
Turning off the machine.
Morton, keep the machine on. Air Mussolini, have a seat. I must explain
don't
something
know.
to you.
I don't know quite what to do here, but
Just stand there, eh?
I stand like this.
Air Mussolini, you know I have very big plans for whole world.
I know that, Hitler.
It is my dream to change it in my vision.
Hitler.
But first, I must see my ex-wife, Susanna. I think I can fix things. I know where I messed up. I think everything can be okay. I know she wanted an artist.
But you have Ava now.
Ava is schlecht. She's
beautiful.
She's nothing but a whore. I miss my Susanna.
Oh, Adolf.
Oh, Mussolini, please. Allow me to use your time machine.
Come here and give me a hug first. Yes, give me a hug.
Thank you,
Let me help you here.
Let's have a group hug, everybody.
Now, to celebrate this great union, I have saved this bottle of wine. Yes, it comes from my grandfather's winery. It is a great, very great year. And I've opened it about half an hour ago to let it breathe, give all the flavors. Here, take your glass.
Do you know who would love this wine?
Your ex-wife.
My ex-wife, Susanna. This wine und her strudel, I could eat for days. So hot, so moist, so juicy.
Sir, here is to the greatest union in all of history.
Yes, Susanna and Hitler. The best union in history.
Mussolini and Hitler. The best. Clink!
Clink.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh,
Yes,
my God.
okay.
This is
What a wonderful moment. You really captured that.
I
Nat-
mean, it's definitely wonderful, but at the same time, it's a little terrifying. I mean, I really hope that Mr. Hitler doesn't, hold that time machine for long.
No,
But
don't
anyway,
worry. It doesn't work out with Hitler and
That-
Susanna. He
that's-
goes back and she rejects him
Yeah,
again.
that's not what I got. I mean, you should probably get out of there. It seems like it's getting steamy.
Yes,
with
no.
those bottles of wine.
I am buzzing my way out of here as we speak.
All right, see you in the studio soon.
I am going to go back, zap myself back into the studio now.
All right.
All right, fantastic segment,
Wow,
Nat. That
hey.
was really
Look
great
at
stuff.
that.
Yeah, well,
It worked out a lot better than I
good.
thought it was.
Many sleepless nights paid off.
I could have done better.
Okay,
Well,
nobody asked, Zach.
Thank
All right.
you.
Was it
Anyways,
just a thing?
Nat, that was really some great stuff. I was thinking that that it was going to malfunction at any point, but yeah, no, great cat. I mean, it was really, really interesting getting in on there. For a second, I actually thought they were lovers. Did you ever get that impression, Peter?
I kind of read that into everything.
They were doing some strange things sometimes, but yes, Either way, it is what it is.
Well, hey, Nat, do you maybe want to go ahead and put your plug out there for charity? Remember, for the pledge.
Yes, for the pledge. All right, Space Timer fans, this is your chance to really show your appreciation and your love for this show. This is your time to shine. We need money. Please send us credits. Thank you.
Hey, remember, any amount is welcome. If you need to send 1 credit, if you need to steal and borrow a credit, we could take those as well. Just don't disclose how you got it.
Yeah, don't tell
And
us. We don't want to know.
And Rich, actually, you were going to tell our listeners about all the different levels of sponsorship that they could obtain from different donation amounts.
Well, I'm pretty busy on the phones, but I guess I could take a break to help out with the pledge system.
Sure.
Well,
how are the phone calls going, by the way?
Sometimes I look at the phone,
Yeah.
and like I feel the vibrations, but nobody's calling.
But you feel it, though.
There's something here.
That's pretty good.
Do we still have? We have how many?
Still looking at 0.
Still looking at 0, but he's feeling vibrations.
But
That must be a good thing.
Yeah, we're looking good.
Yeah. All right.
Hey-o.
So if you're a beginner pledge, for the lowest level, you get a tote bag, right?
Yeah.
And what else do you get? What other type of great items?
Well, for 1 credit up to 15 credits, you access the Tier 1 system. You get a tote bag, and inside that tote bag is a bunch of actually really great space-time news things that we were hoping to sell later, but unfortunately it doesn't look like we're going to ever get to sell them. So you can get
really great stuff.
well, there's definitely a lot of shredded paper, a lot of legal documents we had to get rid of that we labeled confetti.
Ooh.
Yeah,
but,
those are nice.
Whose idea was that? That was good.
You know that a lot of that paper has our seal on it, so that had to be shredded. Just 2 different ways.
You know, issues. My favorite is you can get a randomly assorted action figure of one of your favorite space-time news characters.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And so what's that first tier called?
Tier 1's called Frogzorp.
A Frogzorp. Oh, okay. You know, a typical tiny animal.
Yeah.
The Frogzorp. Well, okay, that makes sense. And then tier 2, what are some of the great items that our listeners will get?
All right, from 15 up to 15,000 credits, you can get a T-shirt with our faces on them, all our faces, like looking next to each other.
That's great, and that's a limited edition item because of recent changes to the cast.
We only have 15 shirts because we don't really expect too many donations, but we could really appreciate it. We have them in all sizes: small, medium, large, extra large, double large, and alien galactic large.
And remember, they have many options for armholes, leg holes for proboscis.
They have like perforated holes, so you can just punch out if you need extra arms for.
So don't worry
galactic
about
viewers.
what exactly configuration of skeleton or exoskeleton that you have. These shirts will fit you.
And you also get the tote bag. Don't forget.
And the tote bag.
You are a
right.
Frogzorp, and you are a Goo Goo Zips.
A Goo Goo Zips is number 2. Cool. That's the second tier.
Yep, the second
And
tier.
if you are in the highest tier of donations,
And how many credits is that?
15,001 credits upwards and beyond.
that's right, you get a special surprise from none other than Space Time News' Bill Lazor. Bill, why don't you tell them about what they're getting?
Well, on top of everything else we've already talked about, because of course, if you make the most amount of money donation, you'll get everything. I tell you right now. And the first thing you'll get from me is a personalized voicemail. I will personally be your voicemail answering machine. The second thing you'll get is
What does that sound like? If you know, for a typical listener, so they know what they're getting.
Yeah,
well, Pete, let's pretend that you won the con. You
All right. Ring, ring. He doesn't pick up the phone. Boop.
You've reached Pete Cohen's cell phone. This is Bill Lazor.
Wow.
That was solid professional stuff, guys.
That's
What a deal.
I'd get that.
But-
Do you have any others?
What I'm really proud of for this bag, my favorite thing, is because my buddy Bob made them just special for us.
We all know Bob.
the space time news action playset.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It
Talk
comes with
about
the
limited edition, guys.
it comes with the whole spaceship. You get
And by
the
limited
conference
edition,
table.
I mean unlimited edition. We made way too many of these about 15 years ago, and I'll tell you, we don't know what to do with them yet. We tried to give them to third world planets, and
They
they
gave 'em back?
rejected them. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That Zach Raygun figure will become real limited edition real soon. Am I right? Am I right?
And can you believe that we were trying to give these things away and we couldn't get our charity status, but now when we try to, we can't do it.
Let me tell you. And I just, these
So
action
tell me about
figures.
these action figures. What do they do? Because they're action figures.
They are great. My personal favorite is the Pete Coen action figure with real swivel chair action.
That's right. It has 370 degrees spin.
That's right. That's right. You move on to the Natalie Portalman action figure, and that comes with live vocal recordings of all of her noises.
Wow. Because we all know she has a bunch of noises.
She loves her noises.
Well, all those machines, they make tons of noise.
That's right.
She's very noisy.
Best in the biz.
Definitely the best in the biz.
I don't know.
Best we can get.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay.
Next up is the Trick Rodriguez action figure.
And now Rodriguez action figure is incredible because it's just like, remember those Stretch Armstrongs? He has a stretched throat.
That's
you
right.
can fit anything.
It's also the only one of the action figures that's anatomically correct.
And also the Bill Lazor action figure, that's what all the kids are going to want to get.
Well, the Bill Lazor action figure comes with its own space copter.
Wow.
Space helicopter, space copters.
I'm not going to lie. I actually have one.
I know you do, Danny. That's how you came to the show.
Yeah.
And we also made a couple paper dolls for the intern. These are very low quality, and I wouldn't touch them with your bare hands because the ink is insoluble.
The new... You got to be extra careful because the new editions of the intern dolls come with space coffees, real live space coffees.
And they're hot, guys.
And they are hot, piping hot.
The condensation kind of ruined all the
Well,
ink.
we have to
It's actually a safety.
Oh, we forgot about the Rich Quinn action figure, real quick,
Oh,
just
yeah.
to get it off the table. It comes with a little baby Bibbix and
Baby Bibbix and a real rectal thermometer because he is also a space veterinarian.
That is correct. And just to top it off, he's wearing a safari hat. For your
Oh, what
enjoyment.
could be better than that?
Detachable safari hat. Well,
That's right.
that's just some of what the. What was that? Did you guys hear that?
It sounded like a book dropping, but I don't know where it came from.
I think it was a
Book drop.
phone ringing.
You know what? A book dropping. That brings us right to our next segment. Danny, you have a new segment
I do.
for a new educational part of our show.
Yeah, it's going to be called Falcon's Fast Facts.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't really roll off the
That's a terrible
tongue.
name.
What? It's an alliteration. Yeah, no, it does.
How about what
Dumb
is it?
Danny discovers.
I like that, Bill. See, that has some moxie, right? What do you think, Nat? How about that one?
I agree. I like that it has 3 Ds and his name is Danny.
See,
I
that
like
works.
3Ds as well.
Did anyone?
The alliteration and his name. It's perfect.
Are we skipping over the dumb part?
All right, so what exactly is Dumb Danny Discovers covering today?
I guess I'm. Does this say Ernest Hemingway? No.
Ernest Hemingway. That is literary great Ernest
my God.
Hemingway,
No.
who
No,
received
no.
a Nobel Prize today,
No.
October 28th.
I don't.
My
want
old buddy.
I don't want to interview Ernest Hemingway.
And the good thing is we have him right in the studio. Why don't you come right in on Ernest?
What?
Yes, finally.
Hey, Mr. Hemingway.
Hey, Ernie, what's going on?
Hello.
Oh.
How are you all today?
Hi, Mr.
We're all right,
Hi.
I guess.
How's it going?
How are you?
What, are you all afraid to speak?
No, I just wasn't.
You don't mind if I put my feet on this table, do you?
No.
Of course not.
My feet are hurting from a days on the space safari.
Yes, it smells like a dirty beach and tequila.
Well, that's the only thing I like to do when I'm not shooting a space animal.
Are you okay, Ernest? You're wearing a hat made of palm tree, is what it looks like. I
I fashioned this hat myself. Something I've been trying to do to take my hands and build. And I won't let a woman make my clothes anymore.
Oh.
So I've decided to take nature and break its will and fashion it into clothing for myself.
Well, it seems like you haven't taken a shower in about, I don't know, 7 days, a week.
I bathe in the rain like a wild beast because that's what man is at his truest heart.
You don't believe in showers, is what you're telling me.
The sky showers, doesn't it?
Once in a while, but you can never know. I mean, sure, Key West.
And only the sky can bathe the true man.
In very inspiring words.
So what am I here to do today?
I Not really sure. I thought I was here to educate
I
the
heard.
masses.
I heard that I was going to teach you something today. And believe me, I think that's a tall task because you, sir, are a damn idiot.
Oh, thank you, I guess.
Your name? What's your name again?
Danny Falcon.
Falcon. You look more like a gosling. Like a pathetic, flightless bird that needs to be fed with regurgitation.
Oh, Kavach.
Like Ryan?
That's right, Rich Quinn.
Are we doing this again? Are we going to do this thing where you badger
What would
me?
you like to learn? What are you asking me today?
You know, actually,
There's so much I could teach you. I don't even need to start with your question. I could just begin. First off, a man grooms his beard properly or doesn't groom it at all. Do you understand?
Yes.
So what is that on your face?
A resemblance of a goatee.
Did you wear that hair away by rubbing it on a vagina? Is that what you've done?
Worn it away.
Because it looks soft.
Soft.
It looks soft and it looks temporary.
No, I mean this is real. This isn't a fake. If that's what you mean.
How about I teach you something that the world knows, the universe knows, I do well, which is the craft
Of bullshit.
of writing.
Okay. Well, yeah. Please teach me how to write. If you can do such a thing.
Listeners, I'm going to take over now
Oh, of course he is.
because what's that?
You know what?
Yes, Bill, my good friend Bill.
Why don't you teach the kid how to write a scary story?
What an ingenious idea from a true man, Bill Lazor.
Yeah.
On this Hallows Eve, to teach you, a little boy who could be trick-or-treating,
I'm not a little boy.
a little nutless strangeling
None of that is true. None of that is true, listeners.
who could trick-or-treat without a costume because he's so queer. I'll teach you how to write a truly scary story. A story that will give you chills.
Will it? I dare you.
Of course it will. Step one.
Step one.
The first thing you must do is to establish a style of prose that is immediate and uncompromising. Do you understand?
I believe so. Uncompromising, yes.
If not, I'll hit you with a thesaurus.
You have one on you.
I always keep one handy in my back pocket with extra ammunition. Number two, pick a title. Now that may seem something that you may do at the end of a story, but that's absolutely wrong. And if you think that, you probably pee sitting down.
Well,
I'm saying you urinate like a woman.
You're saying you've never seen me urinate, so you don't know. So
I can assume by the piddle in your pants right now. Those extra drops that you can't manage to squeeze away because even looking at your penis is a disappointment. Your own penis.
You guys wonder why I didn't want to do this.
Pick a title that makes no goddamn sense because at first an author must be a salesman. Do you understand?
Yes, a salesman. You have to sell.
So you're writing a scary story. What would you title it, Falcon?
Me?
Gosling.
Me? I'd call it The Haunted House.
Of course you would. You would choose the most derivative and pathetic title imaginable.
You want to know why I call it?
True. What would you call it that? I'd like to know.
Oh, you would?
I would like to know, just to be able to gaze into the mind of an imbecile for one moment.
You know why I call it the Haunted House? Is because I heard a story once about you, where the house you live in Key West is haunted. Is that true? Not true?
My home with my beautiful six-fingered cats. Yes, I do live in a haunted house because I'm not afraid.
And you know what's interesting? You want to hear the story I'd tell? Because I'm a salesman, right? The story I'd like to tell is how you keep a skull of a Native American man on your desk.
Of course I do. The Native American man is a proud symbol of savagery.
Huh.
Here's something you may not know about that story, is I acquired that skull through my own endeavor. Oh no, not digging up with your ridiculous pantomime. I was able to acquire that skull with a Luger Magnum. That's correct.
You killed the man.
Oh, I didn't kill just a man. I killed a proud Indian chief in front of his children. Do you understand?
I think
Because
so.
savagery must only be repaid with savagery. Do you understand?
And you're a savage man.
As all men are.
Maybe that's the title.
Step number 1.
Savage man.
This is a countdown.
We already went over step number 1.
That was step number 3. Listen carefully.
I am.
You must pick a tragedy, a true horror story. Listen, horror is a truth you cannot escape. Just like a child born into a man's body who has no idea how to use it, who becomes of age and is like a flaccid member, just piddling about and dripping useless fluid that is empty and vacuous.
You're talking about me.
That's right, Gosling.
My name's
Who else would I speak to?
My name's Falcon. And I thought you were here to educate the masses on how to write a true story. I think you just came here to go ahead and, emasculate me in front of my friends.
I'll admit something. I'll admit the truth. I did come here to emasculate you again. But only because I think so highly of you.
What? You gotta be
Mr.
kidding.
Falcon, the last time I berated you, I saw something in your eyes. It was a dull, very soft fire that could only be described as temptation.
You saw temptation in my eyes?
And I came back to see if that fire had grown into a strong, muscled, and veiny member.
Oh, hey. And? Is it?
And of course, I am left utterly disappointed.
Oh, God.
Danny Falcon, you couldn't muster a pubic hair if you were bathed in testosterone, drinking rare wine in the arms of a loving woman.
I'll tell you that I have been in the arms of a loving woman, and I have plenty of pubic hair. I'll show you.
I'm sure your mother does love you, Gosling.
How dare you?
And that's enough learning for one day. Lazor. Yes, Lazor. Lazor always likes to give me a little bit of my own words to inspire myself with.
I thought there'd be good words to inspire Falcon over here.
Well, of course, Lazor, I had to pick such a meaningful quote of mine to leave for your listeners.
Okay.
And that is, of course,
Yes.
there is no lonelier man in death except the suicide than that man who has lived many years with a good wife and then outlived her. If two people love each other, there can be no happy end to it. And that is a real ghost story for you all today. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you again, Ernest Hemingway. He likes to leave in the portal machine just because it gives him a high. But that was a wonderful segment. Great
Oh my
job,
God,
Danny.
what is that sound?
What? Oh.
Oh
my God.
Wow, that's a weird kind of creaking noise.
Why do things keep happening, Peter?
I don't know what you mean.
That's
This
the
is
first
pretty
time that that's
typical.
happened.
Okay, yeah, and the chips and the book earlier. Like, what is this?
The chips was just a gravitational, thingy. The book was.
Trick. It's not haunted.
Yeah,
all right,
come on.
the station's not haunted.
Did
you
I
guys,
promise you.
Stack up all these chairs on that dining room table.
Oh wow, those are stacked into an old Christian cross. That's very strange.
I think that was.
Is this the letter T? What are you talking
Was that
about?
Raygun? Did Raygun do that on the way out?
Zach, can you stop messing around? Be a professional, Zach. It's your last day.
I haven't even left the room. I've just been sucking helium in the corner because you guys treat me like shit.
Wow, you sound so high pitched right now. You sound like my daughter Sophie. That's just weird. That's uncanny. I'm not sure what
I
that's
spent a
about.
lot of time with your daughter Sophie. Maybe if you were around more, she wouldn't be such a crazy little girl.
Hey, you take that back. All right, she is an angel.
Of
She
course she's
is
an angel.
She is his treasure.
She needs a father in her life.
All right, Zach, you're just making this weird. Okay, we wanted to move on to our next segment.
I'm out of here.
Danny, you were going to show us a new collector's item for all of our space-time listeners. That would be, of course, the Red Dwarf shorts.
That's right. That's right, Pete. So for
Something they could wear, right?
Yeah, dwarf shorts are for just your buttocks and your frontal region. It's
Penis. Say penis.
well, not everyone has a penis.
Your penis, a vagina, or proboscis.
Thank you. It's for all those types of areas, and it's a nice breezy material.
It's 1,000% polyester.
1,000% polyester. Thank you, Peter. And
Most flammable material money can buy.
yep. And on the front, there's a picture of a dwarf, and it's winking at you. And on the back, it's the dwarf's mouth screaming knowledge.
Which is exactly what we want our listeners to think about. Remember, we are an educational industry starting today, October 28th.
Knowledge is what it says.
I'm wearing one right now.
Sign me up for a pair.
And that comes on if you're in the second tier and you go ahead and call in and maybe say a funny joke, we'll give that to you for free.
That's fantastic news. And I'm sure we must have the phones ringing off the hook. Rich Quinn, how are the calls coming?
I dropped the phone.
We got a call?
Whoa, so we got a call, and then you got so nervous you dropped the phone. That's great news.
But there was nobody on the other line. Somebody called, and it was just static.
I mean, just static. Nat, can you get on that? Was something wrong with the connection? Must be thousands of people trying to call, and they're not getting their calls.
Yeah,
Nat.
we gotta get these calls in.
So I've been looking. There's just all these occurrences that have been happening. I really don't. They're unexplainable.
It's
I don't know
okay, it
what's
happens.
happening.
Anyways, it's okay. We
It's a
got a
technical
call.
problem. We got to fix it up because
Yeah.
I'll
I'm sure
try
the
again.
pledges are just trying
Guys,
to fall in.
we got a call.
Oh,
We got two calls.
we got another call.
Oh.
Put it
Oh,
in
wait,
second.
okay, let's pick that up.
I got it. Hello, you've reached Spacetime News Pledge Donations. How much would you like to give
Favorite
us?
scary movie.
I'm a big fan of Halloween 18. But not 17.
Who's that giggling on the phone with you?
I think a donator. Sir, how much would you like to donate?
Do you enjoy talking on the phone?
Well, I mean, they put me on the phones. I don't really like it that
Ask,
much.
ask him if he wants to be on the first tier. It's a frog Zord. He gets a tote bag. He gets tell him.
Oh, yeah. Well, sir, I was wondering how much you'd like to donate, because if you haven't heard, this is Rich Quinn, and we're actually running really, really
I
low
know
on...
who you are, Rich Quinn.
I'm glad you've heard the show before, and I'm glad that you've called around to help us.
What's your favorite scary movie?
What's he say?
He's asking, what's my favorite scary movie?
Ooh, Halloween Town.
Halloween Town?
No, that's you can go with Poltergeist 3000.
You know what? Have you ever seen that Patrick Swayze movie? You know, with the ghost?
Oh, Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
yes.
Dirty Dancing. That's my favorite.
Can you stop talking about scary movies and see if we can get this guy
Look,
to
Danny
donate?
Falcon, have you ever worked the phones before? You think there's a reason they put me on phones and not you?
No, I was on the phone.
All right, so they make a pledge or not. We don't want to keep the one line that we've got hogged.
Do you
All right.
enjoy talking to your cohorts?
I mean, yeah, they're fun to hang around. And I mean, Eric's a little bit of a pain, but you know, we're a family, you know, and that's what matters. And if you want to help support this family, you make a call, you become a frog zorb, you get the tote bag, you get the action figure, you can get those Red Dwarf shorts. If you just tell me one joke, man, that's all it takes.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the other side.
All right. Well,
I'm going to donate 15,000 credits.
15.
That makes him a tier.
Oh my God! Wait, you dropped the phone.
Hello?
Oh.
Are you still there?
Wait, do we have caller ID? Oh, we should have upgraded
Rich!
our mobile plan.
Oh,
Rich.
I would have never thought we would have used that caller ID and caller 69, space 69.
I don't know.
Gentlemen,
Yeah,
there's a problem.
what's going on?
I'm looking at the system right now, and nobody seemed to have made that call. There was nobody on the other line. I don't have anybody in the system.
that doesn't make sense.
Come on, we just heard it.
It's a ghost. This place is haunted. How many more signs do you need?
Oh, well, thank you,
I
Trick,
agree.
actually, for chiming in. We're going to move on to our next segment, which is a real, I hope you're not hungry, because you will be after this segment, Trick's Treats.
Well, I mean, Zach Raygun left. I don't know who I'm going to teach this to. Oh, great. Now he's back. Okay.
I'm back just for you, Trick, because I love you so much.
Great. I love you.
Sophie? Oh wait, no, it's Zach. Sorry, I thought I heard Sophie's voice. I don't know. It's weird. All right.
No, it was
You're
your
right there,
stupid
you hear
daughter.
anything?
Your
Anyway.
daughter's at home with your wife, who you also never spend time with.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay,
Zach. Making it weird.
great. Thank you, Bill. Zach, sorry.
So what are we gonna be? What are you gonna be preparing for us today, Trick?
Well, I have for today's first Tricks Treats. We have space ramen with some lovely sides that I was going to prepare, that I was going to show you. That we can. We chose Zach Raygun because we wanted to show that anybody, and I mean even the stupidest of people, can cook this. This is so easy.
I am a 5-star.
This is my segment. Thank you. Anyways.
Seriously, Zach.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Be profesh, all right? Be profesh.
Be profesh. #now. Anyways, okay. Well, we were.
So I
having
see all those
space
ingredients you got there. So tell me what ingredients you have today.
ramen. Okay. Well, we have a lot of meats, a lot of sausages, Vienna and other types, balls. I mean,
A different
meatballs.
range of sausages.
Yes, ranging from I don't judge size of the sausage. I think it's all delicious.
Okay, so we have sausage balls, or meatballs.
Meatballs,
Meatballs.
yes, which go great with cool beans.
Trick really knows his way around a sausage.
I do that.
Hey, come on,
Okay,
Zach. It's for the kids.
I
And
have
also you like the
charity.
stuffed sausage, is that
Come on.
right?
I like to stuff sausage in things. Yes.
Right, and also some of your recipes involve some stuffed sausage.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'll get to that, but first let me get to the vegetables.
Yeah, it seems like you have what is that? Carrots, cucumbers, and zucchinis. Interesting
all
choice.
all from the phallic genus of the vegetable family.
Genus phallus, that's right.
Yeah.
Genus phallus, yes.
Oh, and
Or for the advanced cookers, you could use a large squash or a pumpkin, depending on how wide your hole is.
So exactly, how do you heat these up?
You heat them up on a space grill. Of course. Or if you really don't know how to do it, you can heat them up in a
Foreman.
Can we get to the cooking? I'm losing my high.
Why don't you take another space bump? Think. Okay.
So normally it's kind of like a baby back rib situation, right?
Yes. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, ruining the.
Can we
segment.
call security or something?
We'll get through this. Tricks are pro.
Okay, well, first of all, with every single one of these things, the shape is really the most important part. We do not want to cut any of this materials because
So you say it's uncircumcised is best.
uncircumcised is best, and you want to be able to shove it all down your throat.
Right. This is more of a natural cooking style.
Yes, of course. So no knives are necessary. No space knives. No lightsabers.
Oh, it's kind of like raw
no
vegan, kind of like raw dog vegan.
So
No, of course we cook it though. We cook it. It's
Of
not
course.
raw.
well,
That's
you,
stupid.
you put it on the Foreman grill. You let it sit there for how long?
You let it sit there until it turns black, because everybody knows that black long sausages are the best.
Right, so how long is it on the Space General George Foreman grill?
It is generally about 35 minutes that it takes.
Oh, okay. So pretty short.
And
it's a quick snack.
Or you could use your space timer, which obviously speeds up the cooking.
Exactly. It cuts the time to nanoseconds.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
And it seems like you already have some prepared.
yep, I have
You
some
wanna maybe-
steaming
Oh, let's all
balls
try
here.
some.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, Nat, why don't you try his balls?
Okay,
I
just
will.
no. It's not really for her type of person.
Okay, Rich, why don't you put Trick's balls in your mouth?
Yeah, hand those over.
Okay, here. Let me. Oh yeah, it's a mouthful.
And you say we gotta eat them whole, right?
You gotta eat them whole.
I'm gonna try to take this sausage. What is this, like an 8-incher?
It's an 8.5. Very good eye, actually.
Well, I got an eye for that.
Hey,
Oh.
hey, Trick. Tell Bill Lazor that footlong.
The foot long what?
That footlong hot dog right there, covered in mustard and hot sauce.
Oh. Yeah, here you can
And
have
that
it,
has
sir.
special mayo. Put extra special mayo on that.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh, the mayo's seeping out of his mouth. He can't take it all.
All right, and so
Oh
also,
wait, is he
Is he choking?
No, I'm all right.
Oh, okay.
he
I mean, I just gagged a little bit on the footlong.
Hey,
I
Trick.
remember my first time.
He's a pro.
And also, Trick, you have some great desserts today. I just want to try some of that fudge.
Well, you know me. I just can't stop packing that space fudge.
When is it going to be finished? You don't stop packing it.
I never stop packing. Here, would you like for me to feed a banana for you in your mouth? In the
Sure,
meantime?
yeah, you can dip the banana in the fudge like a little fondue.
I'm
Yeah, I
kinda
could.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, may I?
Can
Of
I
course. None is for you, okay?
So the best way to eat these bananas with dipped in fudge is usually to interlock your arms.
Usually, yes.
Okay. I'll
Okay,
take-
Because of the curvature of the
The
banana.
curve just makes it natural.
Let me explain. Okay, the best way to do it is to put the banana in between your thighs. Okay.
To secure it.
Now have the
You don't want a
person-
slippery banana.
Yes, of course. Now have somebody who is actually going. I'm gonna demonstrate. Okay.
like a team.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
a team player.
Okay. So you grab their head,
Uh-huh.
open wide, Mr. Danny.
Got it.
Okay, and you just bring them down so that they swallow the banana whole. Just right like there. It's a very. I recommend it for partners.
Is that,
me and Chef Jeff do it all the time because I do all the cooking in the house. He never chefs.
Right. Oh,
Of
okay.
course.
Well, thank you so much, Trick. That was a wonderful segment and something for the listeners to really learn from.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay.
We're going to get on with the rest of the show. So our next segment, of course, we've teamed up the amazing Bill Lazor with none other than our own Rich Quinn for a space safari. How you guys doing, Rich and Bill?
Hey folks, glad to be here. I love that I get to come up in the copter with Bill, the pilot extraordinaire.
Let me tell you, being with Rich Quinn is one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. Much better than Danny Falcon, I'm telling you what.
Now this show is going to blow Space National
Thanks, Bill.
Geographic out of the water.
Falcon, you're great. You're great, Falcon. Don't worry about it. I
Because
love you.
people love to learn about animals, and that's going to be really important for our grant process. So, where exactly are you right now?
We're currently on the planet Andros, out in the
Andros,
western fields of the savannas.
Good old Andros.
Okay, all right. And so you're on a safari there. And so tell me, what's the landscape like?
Well, let me tell you a little history lesson about Andros. Bill Lazor used to fight in the wars. As you all know, I was one of the most famous pilots to ever fight World War IV.
Everyone knows that, Bill.
And
War of Four, that's the worst of all the
that
sequels.
was the worst of all the sequels, yes. A lot of it was fought on the plains of Andros. And what's interesting about the plains of Andros is actually they're very mountainous.
Yeah, we knew that, Bill.
You just asked me to explain the terrain to you.
Yeah, just get on with it.
Danny Falcon, I'm trying to be nice to you. I think you're great, but if you keep this up, I'm gonna have to call up Ernest Hemingway again.
Bill, we're burning the minutes. We really want to.
I don't care if I'm burning the minutes right now, Danny Falcon. We need to hash this out.
We can have
if you got an issue with me, you got an issue with me. We got to hash it out right now.
Come on, guys, just be professional, all right? I think
I'm trying
Zach
to be
Raygun has
professional.
just gotten into everybody's blood today.
You know, I agree. Zach Raygun, at least he's gone now.
Good riddance.
Good riddance to bad rubbish. That's what I say. Anyways,
So you're talking about the mountains, and what type of animals live in these mountains,
well,
Rich?
there's all sorts of animals in these mountains.
Well, there's actually two types of specific animals to this western plain that Bill Lazor was kind enough to
The
fly
plain
out.
of the mountains, the western mountain
The
plain.
plains that go right up to the mountains and the plateaus on the mountains themselves are also called plains due to Andorosian culture.
Oh.
It's hard for us to see from up here, but that's actually an Epstorius, a herd of Epstorius. There's these large 20-meter creatures that roam the lands and stomp and knock down trees.
So are these conventional meters or space meters?
Space meters, obviously. Why would you measure in anything else?
They're humongous.
Humongous creatures. I'm so glad I'm up here in the helicopter.
How many?
You
How many
can
are
actually
there down
see
there?
them from orbit.
How many are there?
Well, I can currently see 3. I think that's a mountain. Could be 4.
Oh, okay, all right. And you mentioned this other animal. What's that one?
Oh, actually, this beautiful creature is flying right next to us in the ship. A whole
You're
bunch.
flying on the wing of the helicopter.
Well, no, there's no wings on the helicopter. It's flying right next to us.
I recognize that bird.
That's
You paid a lot of money for those wings on the helicopter. Are you sure you don't have those?
No, we have them currently deployed, folded back in because we're just going at a cruising altitude instead
I
of.
understand.
Rich, that's my old pet.
That's a Gagarin Laura bird. You couldn't have had a Gagarin Laura bird
That-
per.
That Gagarian Laura bird is named Gary,
Gary.
and he lived in Bill Lazor's cave with him.
Bill Lazor, are you?
Bill.
Two questions. Are you speaking in the third person?
Yes, of course. Bill Lazor speaks in the third person every now and again.
Second question. You saying that you are best friends with a Gagarian Laura bird?
Not just best friends. That Gagarian Laura bird is my brother, not
What?
by blood.
Well, why don't you try talking to it and seeing if it's yours?
Are you sure it's yours?
Hey, Gary. Gary, it's so good to see you. What are you doing here? You have had some crazy adventures in the past 3 years. You see, Gary and I were together for a long time. About 3 years ago, he got too big for me to take care of, so I had to let him go.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I speak Gregarian Laura Bird.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure our listeners understood.
You gotta let him in, Bill. Dad's gonna come inside the helicopter.
Hold on, let me open the door. Hey, Gary, come on in. I gotta close the door. Come on.
For us back here in the studio who might not be speaking and understanding what you guys are saying, you want to tell us what just happened?
I'm getting to that, Falcon. All right?
Okay, whenever you want.
So, as Gary was just saying before he was so rudely interrupted by Falcon, he was explaining to me some of his adventures over the past 3 years and how he ended up on Andros.
What's so funny, guys?
Well, he called you Dumb Danny.
He knows my name.
He knows you by name. Yeah, I'm about to get to that, Danny Falcon.
Okay, go for it, please.
If you would please stop interrupting my former pet.
I was just wondering what was so funny.
He basically just said, "You are the worst."
The what?
The worst.
The worst.
You are the worst.
The worst.
I get
worst.
it. You guys don't have to say it anymore. Why would
Which
you
is pretty
say
interesting. Those Laura birds really keep a hierarchy of everyone they meet. And they always rank everyone they meet.
Well,
and so if you're the worst, you're probably the worst out of millions upon millions.
Absolutely. Actually, the Gregarian Laura bird.
Can we just call it Gary?
Yeah, I'll just call him Gary.
We'll call it Gary.
I just had to give him his full title for once. He's a noble creature. In fact, all of the Gregarian Laura birds are noble creatures. They are native to Gagaria, obviously, which is the neighboring moon to Andros. So he flew from Gagaria to Andros.
Yes.
In the vacuum of space. Gregarian Laura birds are the only living things that can survive the vacuum of space.
Wow.
That's
We're
right.
fast.
It is very. It's due to a special coating on their feathers. As you can tell, that's what gives it that majestic rainbow shine as it flies through. Often confused for an aurora borealis. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. Bill, do you mind if I have it perch on my arm?
No, not at all.
Gary, would you mind?
I mean,
Wow, I didn't know they weighed this much. My arm hurts.
I didn't know Rich Quinn was this strong. Gregarian Laura birds weigh upwards of 500 space pounds.
Wow. Rich, are you okay?
I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm using both hands to support it, and I forgot my Wrangler glove, so its talons are currently in my arm.
Gary, come here, Gary, come here. Come on, I'm under my arm. There we go. I got you, buddy.
Thanks, Bill.
Ooh, wow, you gained a few space pounds there, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. It's been 3 years. All right, I'll open the door and let you out. Come on.
Wow.
There you go, Gary. It
Bye,
was
Gary.
so beautiful to see you.
Oh, what a beautiful creature.
Well, that was nice. What did we learn?
Oh, God, Gary. Gary, careful. Gary, no, that's the chopper blades. Get out of the chopper.
That's a dumb bird.
Stop laughing.
Bill,
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God!
Was that a call?
No, that was Bill's pacemaker.
Gary.
He's having a heart attack.
oh my.
Somebody give him mouth to mouth.
Bill!
Rich, do something.
Take care of the helicopter.
Don't, Bill! Bill just fell out!
He fell out of the helicopter while having a heart attack. Bill!
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, I don't know how to fly a space copter. Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Oh, don't worry about it. It has an insanely automated autopilot. So yeah, you can get right back to the studio.
Oh, you're right.
Just press that button.
Oh, it's a shame. I don't know why Bill never uses that. All right, I'll be back to the studio in a couple minutes.
Wow, okay, we lost Bill again. That's a shame. Remember, space timers,
Wait,
if with your pledges helps us reanimate it. What's
Okay.
that? Yeah?
come on. Are we just gonna go off the show like that? And
You're
not-
right, of course.
Not give Bill Lazor A moment of silence.
Let's have a moment of silence for Bill Lazor.
Cool. That's
All right, that was
Yeah,
great.
that's good.
So remember, your pledges help get back Bill. Oh,
Hey guys, what's going on?
there he is. Bill Lazor's back.
Already back.
Yeah, good.
Reanimated.
It's fine.
And remember, without your pledges, we won't be able to afford that. So remember to call in and tell us that you love Bill. All right. So now we're ready for the last segment of the show.
Oh, which is such a great segment, because who's in charge but Pete Coen?
Well, you know, I hate to make the show about myself, but everyone's getting their own segment, and I felt like I should have my own segment to teach people a little bit about, you know, the way things ought to be.
Oh, yeah? And how should things ought to be?
Well, why don't you step right into Coen's Corner.
You mean Coen's closet?
It's a corner. It's a, what's a...
He hasn't come out of the closet yet.
All right, so on this day, on October 28th,
Tell me.
the Statue of Liberty was dedicated, 1886. Now, Frederick Auguste Bartholdi, the Italian and French architect who built it, he had a vision for it to be a beautiful reminder of what America's message is, which is to allow immigrants to come in, to give them an opportunity. But unfortunately, he decided to make that statue out of copper, polished copper. As we all know, when it's not treated, it'll oxidize, and it becomes a light shade of green. Now, is that really the symbol that we want people to be greeted with when they come into New Terra?
No, of course not.
I mean, the color of a dirty penny? I don't even keep change in my pockets. I don't like to keep any sort of credit coinage. I do everything with card and pay.
Peter, you hear that?
Oh,
Did you also hear that?
yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but right in the middle of my segment now.
Hey, the chairs are floating.
There's a lot of weird
Well,
stuff
we
going
get Natalie to check on the gravity.
I am checking
Peter, we might need to...
I mean, do we really want a symbol of the Imperial Roman Empire to be greeting our immigrants, our huddled masses?
What is that?
Oh my God! Okay, it's just some ghostly noises, guys. It sounds like we, just a couple of spooky noises. We've all seen Scooby-Doo, guys.
You know what's going on?
I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know why it had to be in my segment.
Peter,
What's
open
going
your
on?
eyes. There are ghosts in the studio.
This studio
Sorry.
You know who we
is
have to
fine.
call, right?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Told you.
Do you know who we
These
have
look
to
like
call?
some real ghosts, actually. Yeah. Let's get our spectrometer out there and. Oh, yep, these are ghosts. Natalie, that's definitely ghosts.
It's the spectrometer is.
All right, well, you know who we got to call then.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
No, Danny, what are you, an asshole?
What?
Ghostbusters is a movie, man.
No, that is totally real. When ghosts arrive, who do you call? Ghostbusters.
We're going to call the only expert that we trust with this sort of thing, and that, of course, is none other than the good friend of the show, Whoopi Goldberg!
Hi, everybody.
Wow.
It's Whoopi.
Hey, Whoopi, how you doing?
I'm doing good, little wild boy. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, as you can see, we got some stuff floating around here. We need an old-fashioned exorcism from the best. Whoopi Goldberg.
Best we could get.
Before we get
Best in the biz.
before we get into that exorcism, can we hear the dueling whoopies? Come on.
Oh, I can't do that.
Actually,
Come on,
guys put me on the
little
spot.
white boy, with this amount of paranormal activity, I'm gonna need the help of all the whoopies.
What do you mean, Whoopi Goldberg? Whoopi Goldberg.
Hello, Whoopi. It's Whoopi.
And none other than our very own.
I'm Whoopi Greenberg.
Hello, Whoopi Greenberg.
I heard you had a lot of paranormal activity.
That's
Yeah.
right, Whoopi Greenberg. We need to get an exorcism in this place.
Yes, paranormal activity was only good in the first movie.
Hey, do you guys mind if I'm also Whoopi
Get the
Goldberg?
Danny,
Get
stop
outta
it.
here.
Stop it, Danny. You're being ridiculous.
What?
I'm absolutely serious. I'm going to have you wait in the coffee room.
Danny, this is a matter of life and death.
You think this is funny?
Whoopi
Yeah, Danny,
Goldberg.
you think this is funny, Danny?
What
Do you think that you can just become Whoopi Goldberg, you have to be touched by Whoopi
Are
Goldberg.
you guys kidding me?
You have to be touched by Whoopi Goldberg.
That's right, Whoopi.
Listen here, Whoopi 1, Whoopi 2,
I don't
and
understand.
Whoopi 3.
I want to be Whoopi Goldberg.
No, we really can't go past fall Whoopi Goldberg.
Are you kidding me? Everyone else is Whoopi Goldberg except for me.
That's right, Falcon. We need some normalcy around here.
It's got to be a professional show with Whoopi. We
Now,
got
I, as being Whoopi 1, am obviously the most important Whoopi.
The most important Whoopi.
So let us now, all Whoopies, hold hands.
Yes, ladies, let's all join together like an episode of The View.
Yes.
Danny, you're not.
Danny, please,
You're
no
not-
hands,
no.
Danny.
I'm
You want me
ready.
to stand outside of
Okay.
the circle?
Actually, if you can get us some coffee, I would really use that.
We could use some good space coffees.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out of here and you guys have fun. What do you want? Space nothing.
Anyways, now that he is gone, let us begin with our seance.
Let us all call together the Sisterhood of the Whoopies.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Whoopies.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Whoopies.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Space Whoopies.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Space Whoopies.
That would be Whoopi Goldberg number 1.
We, Whoopi Goldberg,
We Whoopi Goldbergs
call upon you,
call upon you,
the numerous ex-ghosts of Bill Lazor's souls.
the numerous ex-ghosts of Bill Lazor's souls.
Thanks in part to Sprint.
Thanks in part to Sprint.
We curse you out
We curse you out.
because we want this not to be haunted no more.
Because we want this to not be haunted anymore.
And we say
And
together.
we say together.
And we, come on, everyone have to say it together, come on.
And we say together.
Get
Out.
And don't forget to pledge.
These ghosts are
Ghosts of Bill Lazor, you be gone now.
All right.
Well,
I think that problem is taken care of.
that was very professional.
Allow me to get my coat.
Very profesh indeed. Well, thank you
Anna.
again for your time, Whoopi
A lot
Goldberg.
of ghosts.
Thank you, little white boy.
They're all polite. They all use the door out.
Well, yeah, the screen door is perforated, but they still decide to open it. I'm not sure why. That is.
Get out of here, ghosts!
Hey, it's okay, Danny.
We
We
got
took
rid
care
of
of
him,
him.
Danny. So everything's great.
I went to put on my Ghostbusters attire.
Come
I have
here,
a, I have a
come
proton
here.
pack and everything.
You look stupid, Danny.
What?
Come here
You
and
look
suck
stupid.
on the teeth of Whoopi Goldberg.
No thanks.
Just sit with Whoopi and let her endow her knowledge to you. And one last update. This is the end of the show. Let's see how we've been doing with these callers. Rich Quinn, and how many pledges have we gotten?
Well, first the phone was off the hook, but that was due to ghosts. As it turns out, we're looking at 1 donation.
1 donation. All right, guys. Okay, so depending on how much this donation is, this could really get us out of a couple jams. So, what do you think? Rich Quinn. How much did they donate?
Well, it was from Regina Coen.
Regina Coen, number 1 fan.
And,
Oh,
well, we might have a second.
A second, go pick up the phone, quick.
Boop. Hello, you've reached Spacetime News donation, Rich Quinn.
Speaker.
Oh, yeah. Speaker.
Hello?
Hello, you've reached Rich Quinn, animal extraordinaire. How can I help you?
Oh, I love you so much.
Wait a second.
Well, who is this?
Is this Margaret Sanger?
This is Margaret Sanger. How did you know, boy?
Oh, I'd recognize that hot voice anytime.
Margaret, thanks for calling in. So, are you going to be giving a donation today to help our
Well,
pledge
that's
drive?
exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to donate the most amount of money I could possibly donate.
Oh, that's wonderful, Margaret. How
Fantastic.
much?
How much is too much?
Well, nothing's too much. We'll literally take anything you have.
Well, I
We'll
have.
take everything you have.
I
If you're willing
have.
to give it up.
I have a home. I have some marbles.
Okay. That might get us through
maybe-
All that is
at least one
acceptable
jam.
information.
I have
Maybe two, James.
I have marbles. I have some paper clips. Oh, and by the way, I have about 2 million credits in the bank, in the Universe Bank.
Oh my God! Really?
And well, I like you boys and that girl so much that I'd like to go ahead and donate what is left of my life savings to the Space-Time
That is
News.
fantastic
Oh wow, Margaret
news.
Sanger. Let me just take your information, and we'll get all the paperwork done. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
so glad I could
Margaret.
help.
Margaret Sanger, you literally just saved Space-Time News. Thank you.
Margaret.
Thank you. Hello.
Oh yeah, definitely cut the line off. So, oh my God, guys, we made it! We made our pledge goal, which was any money to keep us afloat.
Yeah! Oh man, that's
Oh.
wonderful.
That's fantastic. I'm not gonna have to sell a kidney now. I'm serious. I was.
Let's all celebrate with space blowjobs. On me.
Maybe not.
How about instead we'll celebrate with some space coffee?
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody!
Cheers. Space titties, anyone?
And some space titties.
All right.
Signing off. See you next space time.
See you guys.
Success! The buttons are working. Wow, this is extraordinary. Oh, I am so thrilled.